Hello, I'm Wendyl Nissen and I want to talk to you about my new book, Mother's Little Helper, an old-fashioned guide to raising your baby chemical-free. I decided to write this book when I was in the baby aisle of the supermarket looking for something for my granddaughter, and there were two lovely young mums there looking at the baby wipes and trying to work out if there are any chemicals in there that might be damaging to their babies. They discussed it and they looked at the ingredients panel, and in the end they just gave up. They put them back on the shelf and said, well, how are we ever going to know? I took those baby wipes home, I analysed them, and by the time I'd finished I knew I had to write this book. The problem with baby wipes is that some of them have a chemical in them that is banned from any product that you're going to inhale. So that's all really good if all you're going to do with your baby is wipe their bottom, but how many times as mothers have we taken a baby wipe and wiped our baby's nose? So this is where the problem is. We've got to be aware of chemicals that we don't know are in our products that are potentially harmful for our kids. I'm not the only one worried about it. US health authorities and paediatricians are petitioning their government to try and get rid of some of the 80,000 chemicals that are in our environment that weren't there just 80 years ago, which isn't that long. And 80 years ago was sort of when nanas lived, and they had really old-fashioned ways of looking after babies, which is where this book comes in. It's a guide that takes expectant mothers right through their pregnancy and their baby's birth up to a year old. It has 85 gorgeous old-fashioned recipes for anything from making your own baby wipes, which is a great idea, face creams during a pregnancy so you avoid chemicals in beauty products, making your own rice cereal by simply grinding rice and cooking it up. They are beautiful old recipes, and there's some wonderful parenting advice in there as well. I decided to donate $1 from the sale of each book to Plunkett because in my research, there you go, pick me Plunkett. So every time someone buys this book, $1 automatically goes to Plunkett. I used a lot of old Plunkett manuals, old manuals that went back to 150 years to find beautiful old recipes and old ways of doing things, even down to washing woolen blankets properly. So simple old things. So I wanted to repay Plunkett for that information that I was able to take out of these books, but also to support our Plunkett nurses who are so amazing in our community supporting young mums. This is a great book to buy if you're pregnant, so please do buy it, read it. It just explains things like phthalates and BPA and things we all know we need to avoid, but why do we have to avoid it, and how do we avoid it, and what products are they in? If you have a friend who's pregnant, this makes a great gift because God knows she doesn't need any more baby clothes. Give her an informative book she can sit down and read, and even if she just finds one thing in it that helps her keep one chemical away from her baby, then that's a great gift to give. And if you're a grandmother like me, I have 5 children and 2 grandchildren, and sometimes you sit there and you want to give them some advice, some old-fashioned advice, maybe something that you did, but you don't want to come across as the bossy grandmother. You don't want to be that person. So this is a great book to buy as a gift. So there's all the information in there, and they will thank you because you've shared some really good tips and recipes and wonderful old-fashioned ways of raising your baby. The book is out on September 12th. It's $29.95. Don't forget $1 goes to Plunkett. I'd appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy reading it.